What is up, YouTube? Speedplay here, coming at you with another match on Trade Cards Online. And I'm very excited about this one because I got to use one of my new favorite overworld decks that I was tinkering with. So before I did my massive AU opening, I was running. So you can see right now, I'll just show my creatures. So I've got Victar with Riverland Star, Hewn Paulton with an Isaiah Mind Probe, Interest Nature Force with Zerum Armor, Drabe with Petty and Baladier's Flute, Aloma Desert Wanderer with Armbands of Lore, and Nadrin Hymuge with an Azea Mind Probe. So I made this deck before the massive card opening, and I was originally running Interest with the Dozer and Flute Foe, but I changed those up, and so I think this is actually going to be a more efficient build. My Mujiks are Fluid Fugue, Interlude of Interruption, Refrain Denial, Harmonics of Water, Cadence Clash, and Rhyme of the Reckless. And you can see my opponent is using Danians. So it's currently Victar versus Hammerdoom Chantcaller Simulated in Skeletal Springs. Victar has Riverland Star, as I said. Now, I use Riverland Star instead of a Drill Dozer or an Evergreen Tunic because it helps with Victar's ability, and I like the gear. And there's a bunch of water attacks now, so I think I used Dozers too much, so I thought this would be a good change. Hammerdoom has the Algal Wings of Attraction. And so as we were discussing, I said that you should probably use a different gear on Hammerdoom. Anyway, so Hammerdoom has that. He's also got Hyadrome, Nemai Expedition Overseer, which I also got in my EU pull. Alexia the Indian Queen, Taran, and Loban in the back. And so we're doing pretty good here. Victor's ability kicked in, so his first attack did 0 anyways. So I have him down to 15 energy. Victor has water 5, so it's going to be a pretty simple win. I couldn't really sub out Victor for anyone, because he's good. He has Earth, Water. So this deck runs Earth, Water, and Courage, and then 2 Wisdom attacks, so just 2 Piercing Brilliance, and Super Cool Rain. So my... Also, so yeah, I made this deck, but there's a deck on Chaotic Down Under, which was kind of an inspiration, so I'll link that in the description, as well as the links to these 2 decks on Trade Cards Online. So it's just going a bit too fast for you guys, but I don't want to keep my videos longer than like 12 minutes. So now it is Hyadrome. He tackled Hewn, and then Loma defends. Loma has Armbands of Lore, bring her courage up to 110, and then the additional 5 energy puts her at 70 in Mount Florizor. Well, if you can't see, my opponent's Mujiks are 2 Melody Parasitic Mayhem, 1 Rhythms of Rage, 1 Melody of Mirrored Actions, let's see, that's 4, 1 Draining Dirge, and 1 Domestic Hive Him. And so Hydrome's Hive is active because he used Alexia's ability. I played Incessant Wave, we're doing it pretty good, one was at 35, Hydrome's at 55, Hydrome has the Aspect Amplifier Bravery, plays Storm and Destruction for 15 damage. Loma doesn't have Earth, so I'm going to hold on to that Earth Pulse. In my attack deck, I'm running 2 Earth Shape and a Fluid Flame, and then the Harmonics in my Mujic hand. He draws Primal Smash, 20, so I use Drabe's ability to heal. Now, most people would use Karava if they have him, but I like to run Drabe because his ability is consistent, so it doesn't diminish heal whenever he loses counters, which is why that would be vulnerable to Super Cool Rain. He has more energy than a Karaba, and then you can gain instead of heal. Well, I'm healing there with Fluid Fugue paid off by Nadrin. So yeah, with Drabe, you can like face a Zamul and you can gain energy before combat. And I play Rust Toxic for 15 damage. Plays Domestic Hive him off Hyadrome. Hewn's in here for her ability, which heals 10 every time an on-overworlder loses a magic counter. So that would him playing the Domestic Hive him heals Loma 10. I negate it with Intuitive Interruption. Then he plays the Draining Dirge, which will heal me at 20. So that'll get me up to 45. Hewn is to prevent your opponent from playing Mujic. If you're facing overworlders, then she's useless. But otherwise, then she'll heal you when they do play Mujic. So I play Earth Shape to gain Earth, just so I can code him with that Earth Pulse out of my hand. We were talking, and I told him he should probably sub out those Reckless Approaches for Spirit Gusts or Earth Shape or Fluid Flame. And Earth Pulse codes Hyadrome. Okay, so if any Nadger and Haimuge is in here to cast the Fluid Fugue, which is a net cost of 0 because it costs 1 less to pay, and then since he has water, the creature you're casting it on gains immunity counter, so that's why Loma has 3. I also have Inner Flood to move around 1 counter onto Drape or Nadger or Interest if you want. And he's also going to play the Refrain Denial for 1 cost. So Interest has the Zerium armor, and she has maxed energy, 95 courage, 80 wisdom, so she's going to be a tough fighter. Castle Bodrin, I brought back the Fluid Fugue, and I'm attacking my Expedition Overseer. And so, if I was using one of my other decks, like say my Underworld Fire, Nemai would be pretty much crippled, since he has to be hit with an attack, and then he gains that element at element 5. So by hitting him with that Flood Force there, I just gave him Water and Water 5, he plays Unison to Wrath, so he draws Ice Discs. So I play Inner Flood, and then off Hume I decided to play Harmonics, since I had a feeling he was going to get a big attack soon, and then I want Interest to be a bit beefier. Charge of the Brave there. Isn't going to do much. Interest has more courage. Nemai has the Brain Amplifier. Sorry I didn't show it. Again, could be replaced with better gears. So he plays Ice Discs, which is going to stop activated ability, so I play Rhyme the Reckless off Loma. And then I use Drave's ability twice, since after the Ice Discs resolves, I can't use his ability anymore, or any activated abilities. So that gains Interest 30, and then she goes down by 20, so she is at 50 from 40. And Nemai takes 20, so he's at 30 with the Rhyme of the Reckless. So you see I drew Super Cool Rain there, and so I'm going to play that for 45, although I think I wrote 40. Doesn't matter. Codes Nemai, and then Alexia, she would gain a counter since Nemai was infected from the Reservoir Liberated, so she just loses 4 counters. I move around my board. This deck's going really well so far. So he said that this is kind of demolishing Danies. I wasn't tailoring it specifically for anything, it was just kind of based off the deck on Chaotic Down Under, which is linked below. And, you know, Earth, Water, Nadrin, Hume, Healing, just the overworlds. Loma's really awesome. Before I was running the Zenith of the High Loma, so I think she would have gotten beaten, probably. But yeah, Loma Desert Wanderer is epic. Her ability is really cool, too. So the Infectorium is the location. It's Alexia versus Victar. And Victar has 45 energy, so I play Mineral Mayhem for 10. Alexia he used Loban's ability, I think. Yeah. And Tarrant, so Alexia goes from 60 to 80. So Myra's Toxic does 20 damage. He actually gains 100 courage with that Mineral Mayhem. I have to shuffle now. I just skipped over it. Piercing Brilliance for 15 damage. Charge of the Brave does 20 since Alexia has 140 courage from the Mineral Mayhem. I draw Daunting Bravery, which isn't going to work, so I'm going to hold on to that and just play Aqua Recoil for some heal and to gain courage. Plays Rust Toxic for 15. I play my Inner Flood. Move counter off Loma to Drade, because I can have Drade cast a Cadence Clash, plus I really want his gaining. And then I don't really want to sacrifice no Penny Ballier's Flute, because I know he still has a bunch of music left and I don't want him to pull anything. And I'm doing okay so far, but that Shadow Strike does code Victar. So now I only have really 2 fighters left, but that's okay. Because he only technically doesn't even have any real fighters left. Riverlands is my location, so I'm going to take Interest into Alexia, and then if that doesn't work, I'm just left with Loma. But we're just going to see how this goes. I have 95 courage, Alexia has 40, so 15 damage with Daunting Bravery. So now this is where it starts. So you're not seeing him play any attacks, but in the script on the side, it's showing him actually playing. So I can't see it for some reason. The site was glitching, but he's just saying the damage. It's fine, so I'm just taking the damage down there, so you can just keep track of it with my little meter. I play Earth Pulse for 15. You can see the Storm of Destruction. I don't know. The website has never really glitched for me before, really. So I don't know why it is glitching for other people. Play Earth Shape to get it on my hand. Mineral Mayhem for 10. Interest is down to 10. And I brought back the Fluid Feud with Castle Bodhran, so I'm going to play it on myself to heal 25, and then she keeps a counter, which I can always use her ability for 10 gain. But luckily I code Lexia, although she had Mirrors of Misplacement, so she did get to discard a card, then draw a card with when I played my Fluid Fugue. So now I'm just moving around my board, having down a Loban and Taran. Loban can't use his ability since he only has one music counter left. And the Cliffs, which is good, so if he attacks Loma, he does attack Loma, and so now I don't have to play my Earth Shape, and then Loma will just innately have Earth, and all her water attacks. So powers me. I was getting initiative a lot. I think I got initiative every single time, which is weird. Anyways, Incessant Wave for 20 damage. I'm not I think he has other cards in his hand, but again, it's glitching, so in this recording you can't actually see them. 15 damage with Flood Force. My only magics left now are Cadence Clash and Infinite Denial, as you can all obviously see. Draw Super Cool, play my Fluid Flame. I'm not sure whether or not I should take out one Earth Shape and just have 2 Fluid Flames, but, you know, so far it's worked out okay. Although most of my attacks are water, but there's also an even amount of Earth. Taran had the Hive Amber if you didn't catch that. Anyways, Loma codes him with Geyser Gush. Skilled Springs is my location for the second time. I can't attack Loban, so I just move up Interest and Loma. Super Cool Rain in my hand. Nadrin, Drape, and Hewn. Now, this is a funny bit that happens next, which you'll see, because with his Loban's battle gear. So, right now, he's bringing Hydro up to the top of his discard. When he was doing it, I didn't know what he was doing. Stronghold Morn, he attacks Loma with Loban, but then he immediately flips up the Talisman and Enabler, sacrifices Loban, and then brings back Hyadrome, but he can't attack since he used his attack turn to get the gear face up. So now it's Kiru City, so I don't want him to attack my support creatures, so I move Drape over so he can't attack him. So the only one he can attack is High-Muge, and then Loma will defend. So, Map Pillar comes up. Both times Loma fought Hyadrome, his Hive was active. I do get initiative though with 80 Wisdom. And I have Super Cool Rain, so I know I'm going to be able to code him fairly quickly, plus I still have Drape's gain. And he can't play any music. All if he did have a counter, then I would have been able to heal more. Checking my stats for the Rancorous projection. Again, I suggest, dude, if you're watching this, you should probably sub it for Enlane Tenacity. Or Incessant Wave, whichever you prefer. Anywho, I'm down to 25. Piercing Brilliance brings him down to 10. Plays the Rancorous for 10 damage. That's really only good in Gantrack decks. And 15 damage with Thrust Toxic for the kill. Okay, everybody, so that was the match. Hope you enjoyed. I'd like to thank D Price for an excellent match and a very interesting Danian deck. Gotta give props to my Loma for being an epic defender. So yeah, guys, this is the Great Blue Swamp, one of my new favorite overworld decks. You can check out both decks on Trade Cards Online. Links in the description. You can vote and leave your comments. I'm Speed Player A. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Leave your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more chaotic content.